Karthik timings. So post the today's class also, immediately you should post. So it is 7th chapter, 1st canto, 20th verse, right? So we saw how Ashwathama, the son of Brahmana, Dronacharya Ashwathama, he saw there is no alternative for protection, so he took the most ultimate weapon, that is Brahmastra. There is Astra, there is Shastra. Now this Astra now is making it Shastra. How? By chanting the mantras. Astra becomes more powerful. Shashastra. Shashastra means more powerful by chanting the mantras. So what did he do? Let us see. There is a difference between modern weapons and the weapons of the Vedic times. The weapons are the weapons, but the weapons are loaded with the power of mantra. Then the Astra becomes Shastra. Now, how is it making it Shastra? Let us see. 20th verse. Athopasprushya salilam sandadhe satsamhayitah ajanatrapi samharam pranakuchra upastite yathopasprushya salilam sandade satat samahitah ajanatrapi samharam pranakuchra upastite. First he touched the water, sanctified the water. Then he chanted the hymns, Sandade. Then with complete concentration, Ajaninaha. Without knowing, now he doesn't know how to withdraw the weapon. But he just used the weapon. That is more dangerous. You should know how to withdraw the weapon also. Prana Kuchre. So in this way, not only put his life in danger, he put others' life is also in danger. His life also is danger. Why? He doesn't know how to withdraw the weapon. Upastite. In this way, he placed himself. He took the weapon, touched the water, sanctified the water, chanted the mantras. Without knowing how to withdraw the weapon, he just threw the weapon. And this was not only dangerous for others, it was dangerous for himself also. Gajendra Sutta Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna. Atopasaya salilam sandate tat samhitam ajnanahapi samharam pranakritya upastithe. Translation purpose Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Since its life was in danger, it touched water in scantity and concentrated upon the chanting of the hymns for throwing nuclear weapons, although it did not know how to withdraw such weapons. Purport. The subtle forms of material activities are thinner than grosser methods of material manipulations. Such subtle forms of material activities are effected through purification of sound. The same method is adopted here by chanting hymns to act as nuclear weapons. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. 21st verse. Tatha pradushkrutam tejah prachandam sarvatodisham pranapadam abhiprikshya Vishnu uruvachaha. Thereafter, what did he do? Thereafter, pradushkrutam, disseminated, tejah, glare, prachandam, fierce, sarvataha, all around, disham, directions, prana apadam, affecting life, abhiprekshaha, having absorbed it, Vishnu, unto the Lord, Jishnu, Arjuna, watch, said, ha, in the past. So what happened? A glaring light spread in all directions. And how it was so fierce that even Arjuna thought his own life is in danger. Then he immediately started calling Krishna. There is a difference between a devotee and a person in the materialistic life. A devotee always seeks the mercy of Krishna and protection of Krishna. You can continue. Gajendra Sudha Prabhu, read the verse and continue the verse.
Hare Krishna. Tata praduskrutam tejaha prachandam sarvatodisham pranapadam abhiprekshaya Vishnum uvachaha. Translation. Thereupon, a glaring light spread in all directions. It was so fierce that Arjuna thought his own life is in danger, and so he began to address Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So he began to address Lord Sri Krishna. So even in Bhagavad Gita, we see the devotees of Krishna are fearless. Why? Because they are always seeking protection from Krishna. Whereas if you see when Bhishma Pitama blew the Shankha and all, what happened? Others all were in fear. Devotees are fearless just because they seek the mercy of Krishna. Here also Arjuna was in fear, but immediately he went to Krishna. It's not fear, he thought now his own life is in danger. So naturally he has to complete the vow which has been given to Draupadi. Arjuna uvacha Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktana Abhayankara Tvameko Dhayyamananam Apavargosi Samsrute. Very important verse, you can memorize also. Arjuna uvacha Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktanam Abhayankara Tvameko Dhayyamananam Apavargosi Samsrute. I used to chant this verse many times. I used to go alone. I used to chant this verse, oh Krishna, you only will protect. Because that time teaching activities, I was not having any car and no driver. I used to go alone to Dombili and all. I was not knowing how to travel also. But somehow it was the instruction of my spiritual master that you should go and preach. So even to climb the train, get down from the train, catch the bus, I used to chant this verse. Krishna Krishna Mahabahu Bhaktanam Abhyankara Tvameko Dhayyamananam Apavargosi Samsrute. So Krishna Krishna Mahabahu, O Krishna, Bhaktanam Abhayankara, can only give fearlessness to the devotees. Tvameko Dhayyamananam. Dhayyamananam means those who are suffering. You can only give, you are the only person who can give fearlessness to the devotee. And then Tvameko Dhayyamananam Apavargosi Samsrute. You can give apavargaha. Apavarga means pa, fa, ba, bha, ma, and opposite of it. Apa, afa, aba, abha, ama. Pa varga. You have no? Ka varga, ka, kha, ga, ga, na. Like that. Pa varga. Pa, fa, ba, bha, ma. Pa means parishram. You see, materialistic person, they do a lot of parishram. If a person calls himself a devotee, he should not do a lot of parishram. Parishram in the materialistic life is shama eva hi kevalam. There is no time for chanting. No time for reading, then that is parishram. So a devotee should not do that. A devotee who surrenders to Krishna, he is away from power. Yes, some earning should be there for maintaining the body and the soul, but not too much of parishram. Pavarga. Then because of too much of parishram, what happens? A person just sleeps and a lot of foam comes out of his mouth. A devotee manages and balances and manages his time in such a way that he gets a lot of time for spiritual consciousness. So there is no pain produced in the mouth. He is always eager to wake up early and chant the holy name and do the service for Lord. Ba means vyartha. The materialistic people, they just waste their time. But a devotee who is a responsible devotee, who is a sincere devotee, he doesn't want to waste his time because he knows time is less. It may be like maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it may be just 1 second, 2 seconds, whatever it is. Time is limited with us. So utilize the time, take the complete opportunity of whatever facilities we have got. The first facility what we have got is this human body. The next facility what we have got is human body having that to a nice family. And then the next is the family of devotees, the Sharan, Ashraya of a spiritual master. So when a person gets all these facilities, immediately he should grab it. So, he doesn't waste his time. He is not in fear. A materialistic person is always in fear, always is in anxiety. A devotee is fearless. He endeavors according to whatever Shastras have told. He endeavors, but he is fearless. Mrityu. The materialistic person's endeavors die, the materialistic person also dies. But there is no death for a devotee. There is no death for the activities done by the devotee. Anyhow, it is going to continue from the next lifetime. And if he has to take part, the next lifetime it will continue. And by Krishna's mercy, if this is the last lifetime, then he will be anyhow continuing his devotional service in the spiritual world. So wherever it is, the spiritual activities will be continuing. So it is said here, apavargaha, that is the process of liberation, samsrutehe, from the materialistic miseries. Just by taking shelter of Krishna, 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 Mahabhava, Bhaktanam, Abhyankara, Tameko Dayyamananam, apavargaha is samsrute. Tamoko Dayyamananam, only you can give fearlessness for those who are suffering. Dayyamananam. Okay. So Kamalakshmi Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Text 22. Arjuna Uvacha Krishna Krishna Mahabhago Bhaktanam Abhayankara Tvam Yego Dayamananam Abhavarko Shri Samshrataha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Arjuna said, "Oh my Lord Sri Krishna, you are the Almighty Personality of Godhead. There is no limit to your different energies. Therefore, only you are competent to instill fearlessness in the hearts of your devotees. Everyone in the flames of material miseries can find the path of liberation in you only." Purport. Arjuna was aware of the tangible qualities of Lord Sri Krishna as he had already experienced them during the Kurukshetra war, in which both of them were present. Therefore, Arjuna's version of Lord Krishna is authoritative. Krishna is almighty and is especially the cause of fearlessness for the devotees. A devotee of the Lord is always fearless because of the protection given by the Lord. Material existence is something like a blazing fire in the forest, which can be extinguished by the mercy of the Lord Sri Krishna. The spiritual master is the mercy representative of the Lord. Therefore, a person burning in the flames of material existence may receive the rains of mercy of the Lord through the transparent medium of the self-realized spiritual master. The spiritual master, by his words, can penetrate into the heart of the suffering person and inject knowledge transcendent, which alone can extinguish the fire of material existence. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Next verse. Tvamadhyah purushah saksharishwarah prakrute parah mayam vyadusya vichshatya kaivalye sita atmani. Tvamadhyah purushah saksharishwarah prakrute parah mayam vyadusya vichshatya kaivalye sita atmani. Tvam Adhyaha, O Lord, you are the Adhyaha, you are the original Purushaha, you are the only enjoyer, Purushaha. So none of the Purusha of this material world can say he is Purusha. He may seem to be in the Purusha body, but original Purushaha, actual enjoyer is Krishna. Sakshad, Sakshad means you are the only Purushaha. Ishvaraha, you are the controller. Prakrute paraha, you are beyond these three modes of material nature. You are transcendental. Mayam vyudasyaha chitshakyaha mayam, the material energy. Vyudasyaha, one who has thrown aside. You have thrown aside the effects of material energy. How? Chitshakyaha, by the dint of internal potency. That means a devotee who takes shelter of Krishna, he can be away from the materialistic influence or material energy just because of the mercy of spiritual potency, a spiritual Lord. Kaivalye sthita atmani. In this way, you have always situated yourself in eternal bliss and transcendental knowledge. Not only Krishna is the condensed form of eternal bliss, Krishna also gives that bliss to the devotees. That is the power of taking shelter of Krishna. Krishna is anyhow away from all this material energy, by the influence of material energy. He keeps his devotees also away from the influence of material energy, provided the devotee has 100% taken shelter of Krishna. Then he is no more liable to anyone. He is no more indebted. Devarshi Bhuta Piranam Prithiramna Kinkarunaya Vinichanajam Sarvatmana Iha Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Paharita Kartam. 100% if he has taken shelter of Krishna, he has no other business except for serving Krishna. Then Krishna says he is away from this influence of material energy, effects of material energy, just because of the dent of spiritual energy. Krishna is appreciated here, that how Krishna is away from, Arjuna is saying, oh Lord, you are away from all this material energy, you're transcendental to this. In this way, he is asking his protection. Oh Lord, I have taken shelter of yourself. So then you also keep me in spiritual bliss. Why is it that I am having this fear? Because he's seeing the Brahmastra coming and he knows that he doesn't know, that Ashwatthama doesn't know how to withdraw also. So whole thing is going to be destroyed. That is why he is praying here. Okay. Kusum Mataji read.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandavat Pranam. Tvamadhyah Purusha Sakshat Ishwarah Prakritehe Parah Mayam Yudhasya Chittaktya Kaivalya Sthita Atmani. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. You are the original personality of Godhead who expands himself all over the creations and is transcendental to material energy. You have cast away the effects of the material energy by dint of your spiritual potency. You are always situated in eternal bliss and transcendental knowledge. Purport. The Lord states in the Bhagavad Gita that one who surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord can get release from the clutches of nescience. Krishna is just like the sun, and Maya or material energy is just like darkness. Wherever there is light of the sun, darkness or ignorance at once vanish. The best means to get out of the world of ignorance is suggested here. The Lord is addressed herein as the original personality of Godhead. From him, all other personalities of Godhead expand. The all-pervasive Lord Vishnu is Lord Krishna's plenary portion or expansion. The Lord expands himself in innumerable forms of Godhead and living beings, along with his different energies. But Sri Krishna is the original primeval Lord from whom everything emanates. The all-pervasive feature of the Lord, experienced within the manifested world, is also a partial representation of the Lord. Paramatma, therefore, is included within him. He is the absolute personality of Godhead. He has nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material manifestation because he is far above the material creation. Darkness is perverse representation of the sun, and therefore the existence of darkness depends on the existence of the sun. But in the sun proper, there is no trace of darkness. As the sun is full of light only, similarly, the absolute personality of Godhead beyond the material existence is full of bliss. He is not only full of bliss, but also full of transcendental variegatedness. Transcendence is not at all static, but full of dynamic variegatedness. He is distinct from the material nature, which is complicated by the three modes of material nature. He is Parama, or the chief. Therefore, he is absolute. He has manifold energies, and through his diverse energies, he creates, manifests, maintains, and destroys the material world. In his own abode, however, everything is eternal and absolute. The world is not conducted by the energies or powerful agents by themselves, but by the potent, all-powerful with all energies. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is all powerful. Saeva jivalokasya maya mohita chetasaha vidatse svena वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्माभिलक्षणम् स एव जीवलोकस्य मायामोहितचेतसः विधत्से स्वेन वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्माधिलक्षणम्. जीवलोकस्य conditioned soul maya mohitah, they are captivated by the illusory energy. So Saha, that transcendence or the power of the taking shelter that has been spoken, Chetasaha by the heart, Vidatse executes, Svena by your own, Viryena, influence, Shreya, ultimate good, Dharma, four principles of religion, Lakshanam, characterized by it. So in this way, Lord, he executes the four principles of religion. Lord is beyond the purview of material energy. And in this way, it is ultimate good for the conditioned souls. Conditioned souls are captivated by illusory energy. Now, by the influence of the four principles of liberation, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharmadi, there is ultimate good. So these four principles of religion has been given by Krishna himself. This Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, it is ultimate good for everyone. And Krishna is completely transcendental, transcendent, Saha. That's how, though the living entities are captivated by the illusory energy, Krishna is completely transcendental. By giving this four Purushartha, four process of liberation, he has given that ultimate good to the conditioned souls. So Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha here has been spoken. Bhakti is Panchama Purushartha. Beyond moksha is also Bhakti. Beyond moksha is Bhakti. Now Arjuna is glorifying Krishna. He says, "Oh Lord, you have given dharma, artha, kama, moksha." Why this verse is spoken? Dharma means the principles which every varnashrama, the duties. Dharma means the duties, you can say. The principles which the varnashrama should follow. Now a brahmana cannot become a kshatriya. Or a brahmana should know how to even execute the kshatriya dharma if he really has to take part in the war. Ashwathama is the son of Brahmana. So naturally, he cannot be so revengeous. He cannot have so much of retaliating attitude, so much of enviousness. Then how will he attain moksha? If a person doesn't follow his dharma, whatever dharma has been given, whatever kartavya has been given, if he doesn't follow that, how is he going to attain moksha? Moksha here refers to one's particular constitutional position. Everyone's constitutional position is to understand that he is servant of Krishna. That is the constitutional position. Jiva Rasarupo hai Krishna Nityadas. For some, moksha is merging into Brahman. So even to merge in the Brahman also, even to have the impersonal aspect also, he should follow his Varnashrama dharma. But the purpose of Varnashrama is not just to merge in the Brahman or have the impersonal aspect. Atha pumbe dvijashreshta varnashrama vibhagashaha swanishthitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshana. First canto we have studied this. Atha pumbe dvijashreshta, second chapter, where very clearly it has been said that why a person, Atha pumbe dvijashreshta, is born, dvija, second birth, but who is Shrestha in that? Shrestha is one. Shrestha means who is superior in that? Atha pumbe dvijashreshta varnashrama vibhagasha swanishthitasya dharmasya. He knows what is his dharma. Samsiddhir haritoshana. For satisfying Hari, a person should perform his duties. Or else every duty is shrama evahi kevalam. If a person performs his duty in whatever status of life he is, in whatever profession of life he is, then it should be only for Haritoshanam, or it is just Shrama evahi kevalam. So what Ashwathama did? Shrama evahi kevalam. He just wasted his time. He kept himself in danger and others also in danger. Shri Krishna Priya Mataji reads.
Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam Mataji. स एव जीवलोकस्य माया मोहितचेतसः विदस्ते स्वेन वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्माधिलक्षणम्. Translation: And yet, though you are beyond the purview of the material energy, you execute the four principles of liberation characterized by religion and so on for the ultimate good of the conditioned souls. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, descendants on the manifested world without being influenced by the material modes of nature. He is eternally beyond the material manifestations. He descends out of his causeless mercy only to reclaim the fallen souls who are captivated by the illusionary energy. They are attacked by the material energy and they want to enjoy her under false pretext. Though in essence the living entity is unable to enjoy. One is eternally the survivor of the Lord. And when he forgets this position, he thinks of enjoying the material world, but factually is in illusion. The Lord descends to eradicate this false sense of enjoyment and thus reclaim conditioned souls back to Godhead. That is the all merciful nature of the Lord for the fallen souls. Hare Krishna.
Next verse. तथायं चावतारस्ते भुवो भारजिहीर्षया स्वानां चानन्यभावानाम् अनुध्यानाय च सुकृत तथायं चावतारस्ते भुवो भारजिहीर्षया स्वानां चानन्यभावानाम् अनुध्यानाय च सकृत. तथा thus avatarah, you have descended, you have appeared. Avatarah, utarna, you have appeared, you have descended, you have incarnated. Where? In this material world. Why? Bharah, to remove the bhara. And then to remove the bhara, jihirshaya. Jihirshaya means remove, to remove the burden. And ananya bhavanam, giving the ananya bhava, that is to the devotees, to satisfy the devotees and his friends, to benefit your friends, especially those who are your exclusive devotees and wrapped in meditation of yours. So you have appeared. Why you have appeared? To remove the burden of the earth and to benefit your devotees, your friends. Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu, name dveshasti na priyaha. I am equal to everyone. But when it comes to the devotees, they are my friends and I am their friend. So Krishna's friends are the devotees. So devotees are one who utilizes his every moment in the service of Krishna. His whole Chetana is to serve Krishna. In different ways he can serve Krishna. So in this way, Krishna appears. So this is the same verse, Yada yada dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata apyattanam dharmasya tadatmanam sijamyam paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. So what is the burden in the earth, burden of the world, when the regulatory principles are not followed? That is, compassion is lost, purity is lost, then tapasya is lost, truthfulness is lost. Then the Lord appears to establish these regulatory principles. And also 4 activities are lost. Then also Lord has to appear. He completely appears in his full form or he comes in his avatar form. But he appears for establishing. That is Shrottavya, Kirtitavyascha, Dheya, Pujyascha. If these 4 activities are gone, there is Shrottavya, hearing process is not there. Kirtitavyascha, speaking process is not there. Then Dheyascha, Dhyana is not there. And then Dheyascha, Pujyascha, worship is not there. The Lord appears to teach this. He comes directly or he comes in his avatars or he comes he empowers the devotees and sends the devotees. So in this way, Lord appears for these two purposes. For a devotee, what is bhara? For a devotee, what is prana? There is no prana. There is only one prana, separation from Krishna. There is only prana. To remove that prana, Lord appears. Okay. Ram Kirti Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna. Dandasana. Tatayam chavatarasthi bhuvo marajihirshaya swanam cha ananya bhavanam anutyananya cha sakrit. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Thus you descend as an incarnation to remove the burden of the world and to benefit your friends, especially those who are your exclusive devotees and are wrapped in meditation upon you. Purport. It appears that the Lord is partial to his devotees. Everyone is related with the Lord. He is equal to everyone, and yet he is more inclined to his own men and devotees. The Lord is everyone's father. No one can be his father, and yet no one can be his son. His devotees are his kinsmen, and his devotees are all his relations. This is his transcendental pastime. It has nothing to do with the mundane idea of relations, fatherhoods, or anything like that. As mentioned above, the Lord is above the modes of material nature, and thus there is nothing mundane about his kinsmen and relations in devotion. Hare Krishna. Dandavata.
Next. Imidam svitko veti devadeva na vedmeham sarvato mukhamayati teja paramadarunam. So kimidam svitkuto veti devadeva na vedmeham sarvato mukhamayati teja paramadarunam. Kimidam, kim idam. Kim means question is asked. What is this? Kutaha, from where does it come? Vedminaha, I am not able to understand. Aham, I. Sarvataha, so much of effulgence is there now. Mukham, in all directions. So where is it coming? I am not able to understand. Okay. Jumur, can you read? Or Krishna Priya Mataji only read. Jumur can read?
I'll read, Mataji.
Let Mataji read. I'll read the next one, Mataji. She is just starting for the school.
Okay. Krishna Priya Mataji read.
I'll read, Mataji. Kimidam svikruto veti devadeva na vedmayam sarvato mukhamayati tejah paramadarunam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord of the Lords, how is it that this dangerous influence is spreading all around? Where does it come from? I do not understand it. Purport. Anything that is presented before the personality of Godhead should be so done after due presentation of the respectable prayers. That is the standard procedure, and Sri Arjuna, although in an intimate friend of the Lord, is observing this method for general.
Your voice is not heard, Mataji, or in between it is muted. Phone is mute. And
Can I read again, Mataji? Shall I read?
Yes, read.
Translation. O Lord of Lords, how is it that this dangerous influence is spreading all around? Where does it come from? I do not understand it. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anything that is presented before the personality of Godhead should be so done after due presentation of respectable prayers. That is the standard procedure. And Sri Arjuna, although an intimate friend of the Lord, is observing this method for general information.
So whenever we have to ask some prayers also, first we should appreciate Lord. Because there is a process. You cannot just directly go, Lord, you should give me this and that. No, first learn to appreciate Lord. This appreciation is nothing like you're doing some maskar to Lord. You are not, even if you don't appreciate also, Krishna will give. But this appreciation shows love for Krishna. When you appreciate someone, when you love someone, you appreciate that person. You show your love and dependence to Krishna. And you also show to the whole world that Acharyas, you see, first they will appreciate only. They show that Krishna is capable of everything. Even though a devotee doesn't want to ask anything, suppose he's asking also, first thing he will do is appreciate. He loves Lord and he knows there is nobody except Lord. Then if he has some prayers, he will ask some prayers to Lord. There's no problem in asking prayers to Krishna. Akamo sarvakamo va moksha kamo daridihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusha param. If he has no desire also, no problem, but he should appreciate Krishna. It is the general process. Every day we should appreciate Krishna. Appreciation of Krishna happens through stavas. Because we don't know even how to appreciate Krishna. So whatever shlokas acharyas have given, those shlokas when we are repeating, that is actually appreciation of Krishna. Like you're singing Narsimarti. What is Narsimarti? It's appreciation to Krishna. And how powerful is Lord. Even the fear personified fears Krishna. So whatever artis also we are singing, that is actually appreciation of Lord. They are known as stavas when they are appreciated by the acharyas. And stavas refers to their individual realization to Lord. There are Vedic mantras which has been given by Vedavyasa. Those mantras are standard mantras. There are stavas which are realization of every devotee to Krishna. The great exalted devotees, they have given stavas. Stavas, that means their realization with Krishna. So in this, this is the general rule that one should appreciate Lord. Akamo, no desire, still. Sarva kamo, you have multiple desires. Still go to Krishna, first appreciate Krishna. And tell Krishna, you know the best what to give, what not to give. We may ask some foolish thing. But Krishna knows whether that desire to be fulfilled or not. Okay? 27th verse. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Vedthedam Drola Prasya Brahmya Mantram Pradarshitam Naivasi Veda Samharam Pranabadha Upasthite. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Vedthedam Drola Prasya Brahmam mantram brahmamastram pradarshitam naivasi veda samharam pranabadha upasthite. So Lord says, know from me that the son of Drona, Brahmamastram, he has chanted the hymn of Brahmastra, Brahmastra. Pradarshitam, he has exhibited this, but he doesn't know na asau vedaha, he doesn't know samharam, how to withdraw it, retraction, how to withdraw this. Pranavadhe upasthite, in this way he has kept himself also in danger. And why did he do this? Because he was afraid of the imminent death. He was afraid of that imminent death. That is why he saw no one is there to protect him. He has thrown this nuclear weapon. Brahmastra. Okay. Then here Srila Prabhupada says the purpose, this is a different science. And in the days gone by, such science was cultivated in the land of Bharatavarsha. Astra becomes Shastra only when the hymns are chanted, empowered by one's tapasya. What is this hymns? The hymns are nothing but exhibiting one's tapasya. The person gets the power and he exhibits his power and also empowers the Astra. The Astra is empowered and then becomes Shastra. Okay. So our land was like that. Okay, next verse, Chumur. If you can read.
Yes, Mataji. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Vetedam Dronaputrasya Brahmastam Pradarshitam Naivaso Veda Samharam Pranabadha Upastite. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Know from me that this is the act of the son of Drona. He has thrown the hymns of nuclear energy from Hastra, and he does not know how to retract the glare. He has helplessly done this, being afraid of imminent death." Purport. The Brahmastra is similar to the modern nuclear weapon manipulated by atomic energy. The atomic energy works wholly on total combustibility, and so the Brahmastra also acts. It creates an intolerable heat similar to atomic radiation, but the difference is that the atomic bomb is a gross type of nuclear weapon, whereas the Brahmastra is a subtle type of weapon produced by chanting hymns. It is a different science, and in the days gone by, such science was cultivated in the land of Bharatvarsha. The subtle science of chanting hymns is also material, but it has yet to be known by the modern material scientists. Subtle material science is not spiritual, but it has a direct relationship with the spiritual method, which is still subtler. A chanter of hymns knew how to apply the weapon as well as how to retract it. That was perfect knowledge. But the son of Dronacharya, who made use of this subtle science, did not know how to retract. He applied it, being afraid of his imminent death, and thus the practice was not only improper but also irreligious. As the son of Brahmana, he should have not made so many mistakes, and for such gross negligence of duty, he was to be punished by the Lord himself. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Next verse. Na yasyan yatam na yasyanytamam kinche na yasyanyatamam kinche astram pratyavakarsham jayastra teja unnadham अस्त्रज्ञो ह्यस्त्र तेजसा. Swami Sandeep Vigraha says, Na ह्यस्यान्यतमं kinche astram pratyavakarshanam jayastra teja unnadham astrajño ह्यस्त्र tejasa. So now he has sent this weapon. But how to counteract this weapon? Anyatamam, other weapon should be used to counteract avakarshanam, to counteract this reaction. Astraha, so another weapon has to be put. Unnadham, that should also be very powerful. Astradhyam. Who can do that? Only one who is expert in military science. Only he can do that. Astra tejasaha. So now here, Lord is saying to Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, only another Brahmastra can counteract this weapon. Since you are expert in military science, subdue this weapon, say flare with the power of your own weapon." So another person has to use the similar weapon. Brahmastra can be counteracted only by another Brahmastra. And that too who knows the military science. So what is the science here? The mantras. Here, what is the science? The mantras by which one can empower that shastra, that astra, and throw and remove the reactions, counteract the reactions. Gajendra Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna. Nahi asya anyatmam kinchit astram pratyavakarshanam जाहि अस्त्र तेज उन्नद्धम अस्त्रुन्यानो हि अस्त्र तेजसा. Translation. O Arjuna, only another Brahmastra can contract this weapon. Since you are expert in the military science, subdue this weapon's glare with the power of your own weapon. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. For the atomic bombs, there is no counter weapon to neutralize the effects, but by subtle science, the action of the Brahma Astra can be contracted, and those who are expert in the military science in those days could contract the Brahmastra. The son of Dronacharya did not know the art of contracting the weapon, and therefore Arjuna was asked to contract it by the power of his own weapon. Hare Krishna.
Counteract, not contract.
Sorry.
Counteract.
Counteract.
If you say contract, there is a contract between counter. Sutuvacha Shutva Bhagavata Proktam Falgunah Paravirah Swishtva Pastam Parikramya Bhayam Bhrayam Brahmamstram Sandade. Sutuvacha Shutva Bhagavata Proktam Falgunah Paravirah Sprishtva Pastam Parikramya Brahmam Brahmastram Kandade. So hearing this now, Shutvaha Bhagavataha from the Lord, Falguna is another name of Arjuna. You can write on many names of Arjuna. This can be taught to small children, to others also. Many names are there. Parantapaha, Falgunaha, Paraviraha. So he is Paraviraha, he is the killer of the opposing warrior. What did he do? He touched the water now. Swishtvapaha tam parikramya. He circumambulated the Lord. This is the difference between Ashwatthama's throwing the astra and Arjuna throwing the astra. He circumambulated Lord, and then he Brahmastra, the supreme weapon, he just threw or cast his Brahmastra to counteract the other one. Okay. Usha Mataji, read. Usha Mataji is there?
Mataji, I'll read.
Okay, read. Where is she?
Now she's there. I'll call her once again. Usha.
Okay, you read now. You read. She's not attending the class. She's student now.
No, she's there. She's there. She will read. I'll read this first.
You read this
Suta
one.
Uvacha Srutva Bhagavadam Proktam Falguna Paraviraha Prishtabhastam Parikramya Brahmam Brahmastram Sandade. Translation. Sri Suta Goswami said, hearing this from the personality of Godhead, Arjuna touched water for purification, and after circumambulating Lord Sri Krishna, he cast his Brahmastra weapon to counteract the other one. Hare Krishna.
Next one. Samhatyanyonyam ubayos tejasi shara samvrute avritya rodasi kamcha pravrudaterka bhavanivat samhatyanyoonyamu bhayos tejas samhatyanyoonyamu bhayos tejasi shara samvrute avritya rodasi kamcha pravrudaterka bhavanivat. Now, the combination of anyonyam, another weapon has come. Then, Ubhayoho, now both the weapons are there. Tejasi, the glare, the weapons, Samvrtaha, A great circle of fire was there, Avritya, Rodhasi Khamcha. So it covered the whole outer space, Vavruthate, and it was only increasing. It was like just like this fire, the whole firmament of planets. It was just covering them. It was shining like the disk of the sun, Arka. So huge fire was created. Okay. Next, Kusumataji read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Samhatyanyo Samhatyanyonyam Vayos Tejasi Shara Samvrute Avritya
Avritya.
Rodhishamcha
Avritya.
Avritya Rodhishamcha Vavrudha Cherka Panivat. When the rays, translation, when the rays of the two Brahmastras combined, a great circle of fire, like the disk of the sun, covered all outer space and the whole firmament of planets. Purport: the heat created by the flash of a Brahmastra resembles the fire exhibited in the sun globe at the time of cosmic annihilation. The radiation of atomic energy is very insignificant in comparison to the heat produced by a Brahmastra. The atomic bomb explosion can at most blow up one globe, but the heat produced by the Brahmastra can destroy the whole cosmic situation. The comparison is therefore made to the heat at the time of annihilation.
Drishtvaastra tejastu tayos trilokan pradahan mahat dhayyamanaha praja sarva. Dhayyamana. Samavartakam amamsata. Drishtvaastra tejastu tayos trilokan pradahan mahat dhayyamana praja sarva samvartakam amam sata. Now, Drishtva, seeing this, everybody is seeing, they are all experiencing the heat. Mahat Dayyamana, it's burning, the whole planets are burning. Three Lokaha, the population are experiencing the heat. Samartakam, the annihilation is happening. The name of the fire which devastates during the annihilation of the universe. Also, Samvartak cloud also we have heard. Anything used for destruction is known as Samvartakam. Amam Shata. So in this way, everybody are reminded of that Samvartak fire which takes place at the time of annihilation. Okay. Usha Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna. Drishtvastrate tayos trilokan pradahan mahat dhayyamana praja sarva samvartakam amam sata. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. All the population of the three worlds was scorched by the combined heat of the weapons. Everyone was reminded of the Samvartaka fire which takes place at the time of annihilation. Purport: the three worlds are the upper, lower, and intermediate planets of the universe. Although the Brahmastra was released on this earth, the heat produced by the combination of both weapons covered all the universes, and all the populations on all the different planets began to feel the heat excessively and compared it to that of the Samvartaka fire. No planet, therefore, is without living being, as less intelligent materialistic men think. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Rajo Padravamalaksha Lokavati Karam Chatam Matam cha Vasudevasya samjahararjunodvayam prajopadravamaalakshya lokavyatikaram chatam. Matam cha Vasudevasya samjahararjunodvayam. Praja, the people in general. Upadravam means highly disturbed. Alakshya, they saw that the planets are destroyed, are in destruction. Lokavyatikaram. Chatam matam cha Vasudevasya. Now, Lord desired that Vasudevasya samjahara. Arjuna should retract both the weapons because it was highly disturbing the general population. It was also destroying the planets. So Lord desired that he should retract both the weapons. Arjuna should do that. Okay, Vasandani Prabhu read. If unable to read, then Gadadhar Prabhu, you read. Read.
Shall I read, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Can I read, Mataji?
Yeah, read.
Text number 32. Prajobatravam alakshya lokavyadikaram chatam matam cha vasudevasya sanjaharjana devayam. Translation and
Many
purport
mistakes you
proceed.
did. Samjahara Arjuno Dvayam. Samjahara Arjuno.
Sanjahara
Arjuno Dvayam.
Dvayam. Can I go for translation, Mataji?
Read.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus, seeing the disturbance of the general populace and the imminent destruction of the planets, Arjuna at once retracted both the Brahmastra weapons as Lord Sri Krishna desired. Purport. The theory that the modern atomic bomb explosions can annihilate the world is childish imagination. First of all, the atomic energy is not powerful enough to destroy the world. And secondly, ultimately it all rests on the supreme will of the Supreme Lord, because without his will or sanction, nothing can be built up or destroyed. It is foolish also to think that material laws are ultimately powerful. Material nature's law works under the directions of the Lord, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. The Lord says that natural laws work under his supervision. The world can be destroyed only by the will of the Lord and not by the whims of these tiny politicians. Lord Sri Krishna desired that weapons released by both Drauni and Arjuna will be withdrawn, and it was carried out by the Arjuna at once. Similarly, there are many agents of the all-powerful Lord, and by his will only can execute what he desires. Hare Krishna.
We can see also 2 years back, virus was infused and thought that the world can be destroyed. World is running. So it can only happen by the will of Lord. Annihilation cannot be done by any material scientist or any material politicians. Tatha asadya tarasa darunam gautami sutam babandham arshatam bandhadamarshatamaktamrakshah pashum shanya yatha pashum rashanaya yatha tata asadya tarasa darunam gautami sutam bandhamarshatamakshah pashum rashanaya yatha. Then Arjuna, what did he do? Tarasaha. Tarasaha means dexterously. Dexterously, complete anger. Darunam. He arrested this dangerous person, Gautami Sutam, the son of Gautami. He is born in the family of Gautama. Ashwatthama's mother is Kripi. And Kripi was born in the family of Gautama. That is why Kripi is also known as Gautami. Here it is said, the son of Gautami. Babandha was bound. And here Arjuna, he was so much angry that his eyes were like copper red eyes. Pashun Rashaneya, like how the animal is bound by the ropes, like that. Arjuna bound the son of Gautami with the ropes. Very angry. Okay. Now see here, Sridhar Swami writes very nicely. Arjuna was obliged to catch the son of a Brahmana like an animal as a part of his duty. He has to do that because he has given the vow to his wife, Draupadi. And for the heinous act which Ashwatthama has done, when the child, Upapandavas, 5 Upapandavas are sleeping, 5 children are sleeping, he just beheaded them. So this is against the Shastras. That is why he has to punish. Okay, Vasandani Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thanks for the service. Am I audible, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, read.
Hare Krishna. Tata asadaya tarasha darunam Gautami sutam babandha masha tamaraksha pashum rashanaya yatha.
Babandha Marshatam Raksha. Like that continues. Babandha
Marshatam
Tamaraksha. Pashun Rashanaya Yatha.
Pashum Rashanaya Yatha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna, his eyes blazing in anger like 2 red balls of copper, dexterously arrested the son of Gautami and bound him with ropes like an animal. Purport. Ashwatthama's mother, Kripi, was born in the family of Gautama. The significant point in this shloka is that Ashwatthama was caught and bound up with ropes like an animal. According to Sridhara Swami, Arjuna was obliged to catch the son of Brahmana like an animal as a part of his duty, dharma. This suggestion by Sridhara Swami is also confirmed in the later statement of Sri Krishna. Ashwatthama was a bona fide son of Dronacharya and Kripi, but because he had degraded himself to a lower status of life, it was proper to treat him as an animal and not as a Brahmana. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thanks for the service.
So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. Till this Kartik and few days, please adjust to the timings. Because I have to adjust with the programs which is going on also. Anyhow, recordings will be given even if you are not able to attend also. Then because after this I have to go for yatra. Whenever I will be putting the schedule 2-3 days before only, so that you can adjust your work accordingly. Okay, no questions. Mancha Paikatami Vesha Pitasim Vidhi Chipati Pavani